Welcome back guys, this is Rajiv and you are watching Desi English Guru. Our today's story is The Robin Hood. If you are new to the channel, then please subscribe the channel. Soon I will post videos related to competitive exams preparations. So please subscribe. Let us start without wasting any time. The Robin Hood stories are very famous. Most people know that Robin lived in Saxon and Norman times. He robbed rich people and gave the money to poor people. But not everybody knows that he came from a rich family, and not many people know that Robin Hood was half Saxon and half Norman. The story begins with Robin Hood's Saxon grandfather, Sir George Gamble. Gamble lived near a Norman lord. This lord wanted to take Gamble's house and his lands. The two men fought, and the Norman lord killed Gamble's two sons. Gamble's wife also died, but Sir George also had a young daughter, Joanna. I have no sons, Gamble said to Joanna, so I will teach you to fight with a sword and with a bow and arrow. 5 years later, Joanna was 19 years old and very beautiful. One day, a young man visited Sir George. His name was William Fitzgerald, and he was a Norman. Sir George, he began, I love your daughter. I hope that she loves me. I would like to marry her. I have money and land. But Sir George was very angry. Never, he answered. My daughter will never marry you. Get off my land. Do not come here again, or I will kill you. Joanna loved this young man, so she tried to talk to her father, but he did not want to listen. Sir, Lord, Lady. Important men had the words Sir or Lord before their names. Important women had the word Lady. Go to your room, he shouted. I do not want to hear that man's name again. That night, William came back to Sir George's house. He stood under Joanna's window and called to her. Joanna took some clothes and came quietly out of the house. William took her hand. Will you come with me and marry me? He asked. We cannot live in my home because your father's men will look for you there. So we will live in the green forest. I am sorry for my father, Joanna said sadly, but I love you. I know you are a good man. I will marry you in the morning. Sir George woke late. He called to his men. Where is my daughter? I want to speak to her. But Joanna was nowhere in the house. Sir George was very angry, then very sad. I have no family now, he thought. One fine day in April, a year later, a man came to the house. Your daughter sent me here, he said. She wants you to come and see her. Sir George followed the man to the middle of Sherwood Forest. There in the spring sunshine, he saw his daughter. He also saw a baby boy in her arms. Joanna looked up at her father and smiled. This is Robin, your grandson, she said. She gave the baby to her father. Sir George wanted to be angry, but he was very happy with his grandson in his arms. Robin, is that your name? He said. Well, little Robin, I wanted to kill your father, but that is not possible now. Please, daughter, come with your husband and live near me. Let us forget the past. We will come and live near your father, said Joanna. But I will often bring my son to the forest. I will teach him to find his way in the forest in the day and at night. He will learn to make arrows for his bow and to catch forest animals. He will make a fire and cook the meat. The forest will always be his second home. So this was our chapter 1, and let us start chapter 2. The sheriff of Nottingham finds Robin Hood. Robin's grandfather died, then his mother and father. After 25 years, Robin was lord of Gamble and Locksley and lived in his father's home, Locksley House. The village people liked Robin Fitzgerald. He is a good man, they said. No man, woman, or child is hungry on Robin of Locksley's lands. Not all lords were so kind. The worst person was the greedy sheriff of Nottingham. The sheriff took everything from the villagers, and often these poor people were very hungry. Robin listened carefully to the stories about the sheriff. He sent food and clothes to the poorest families. At about this time, people began to tell stories about a robber. They called him Robin Hood. The sheriff is a hard man, they said. He and his rich friends take everything from us. What now? Brave Robin Hood and his men robbed rich people and gave their money to poor villagers. In those days, the Great North Road went through Sherwood forests. Robin Hood's men often stopped rich men in the forest and took their money. Sometimes Prince John's men also used the road, so Robin Hood robbed him too. The forest is on your land, said Prince John to the sheriff. Why don't you catch and kill this robber? It is not so easy, answered the sheriff. The village people don't want to tell me much. They say only that the robbers live in or near Sherwood Forest. What they know more than they say. I have a plan to learn more about this man, Robin Hood. What is your plan? Asked the prince. It is this, answered the sheriff. Robin of Locksley lives near Sherwood Forest. Tonight there is going to be a great party at Locksley House. I know that Fitzgerald will invite the village people on his land. So I will send one of my men. He can wear village clothes and ask questions about good Robin Hood, the people's friend. When I know more about this Robin, I can catch him. That evening there was a lot of people at Locksley House. There was food and drink for the villagers, and there was dancing and singing. Everybody was very happy, and Robin was the happiest person there, because he and lovely Lady Marenfit Walzer planned to marry the next day. The sheriff's man turned to a villager next to him. I often hear the name Robin Hood, he said. Who is he? Does he live near here? The man laughed. Don't you know, friend? Robin Fitzooth is Robin Hood. The sheriff's man quickly left Locksley House and went to his lord. This is better than I hoped, said the sheriff. Tomorrow Robin Fitzooth will marry Lady Marian at St. Mary's Abbey, but my men will stop him and bring him to me. Prince John will kill him and give me Fitzooth's money and lands. Lady Marian's family is also rich. She will not marry Robin, so perhaps I will marry her. Yes, tomorrow will be a great day for me. So this was our beautiful story, guys. It is not completed but 2 chapters completed. So I will bring next 2 chapters in next video. Thank you for watching.